Hey guys, World Boo Man 1996 here. Back with another soda review and comparison video too. Um, Sorry I have to um redo this video because between American Pepsi and versus Canadian Pepsi, because yesterday when I compared it didn't go out that great because last while I was in Canada last night. But so I wish I would have put the Canadian can of Pepsi in the fridge while the American Pepsi was staying in the fridge as well. So I just wanted to apologize that I have to apologize for not doing it correctly. So yeah, I mean, if I did, then I wouldn't have to redo this video. But unfortunately, I'm doing it now. So I can make this fair to see which one. So I could like sip it. So I could like drink it from the same from the like I don't know, like so I could drink it at the same place. Like for example, I'm drinking it from a can. So if I'm drinking from American can, I might as well drink it from the Pepsi can instead of having to pour it in a glass or cup. So anyways, I'm redoing this comparison since it didn't go well that well. Since this comparison didn't go well yesterday, I sipped the American Pepsi can drank the American Pepsi from a can and drank the Canadian Pepsi and poured it in a glass. So I drank it from a glass, even though I sipped it from a straw. But yeah. But I mean, I could have done it. I could have done it later on since I was going back to Canada in June, which I will, but I chose not to. But I could have waited long, but I decided to redo this video between American Pepsi and Canadian Pepsi. But I could tell you this: I can do a comparison between. I could either do a three-way comparison between American, Canadian, and Mexican Pepsi when I go back to Canada in June, and so to see which one is better, see if both one beats over the other, or both beat over the other, or if they all taste the same. Or I'll just do it separately. Like I'll compare American Pepsi versus Mexican Pepsi at home, and then later when I go back to Canada, compare Canadian Pepsi to Mexican Pepsi. Either way, I'll do. I'm not sure, but hopefully I could do I could do it correctly, and I won't have to mess up like I did yesterday when I compared American Pepsi versus Canadian Pepsi, and both of them in cans. And yeah, and also yeah, I wish I would have done this. And like I said when I did this video last night when I was in Canada before I got back today, I was gonna do this earlier before the last day I spent the day and night in Canada, and at my new cousin's place. And I wanted to introduce you YouTubers to my cousins, but one of them went to a friend's place, and one of them was in the basement while I was doing this review at my cousin's house in the kitchen last night. So yeah, but anyways, let's get to the comparison review video, and let's redo this comparison review video between American Pepsi versus Canadian Pepsi in a can. So first I'm gonna put my phone down before I open these cans. right, got them open. And one thing, last thing but not least is, hold on, open my bottle. All right, so everything's open. So the Canadian, so both American and Canadian Pepsi cans are open, and my bottle is open. My water bottle is open. So yep. So let's get into let's start this comparison video. All right. First up, we have American Pepsi. Excuse me. Now, time to cleanse the palate. Cleanse the palate. Now, hold on. Get this off the coaster. So it's already off. Cool. Now, here comes the Canadian Pepsi. Excuse me. Now, time to cleanse the palate. Try this once more. American Pepsi. Going into another sip. Cleanse about a little bit more. Now, going into another sip of the Canadian Pepsi. Excuse me. I'm just gonna do it. Yep. So I'm gonna do one more sip of do one more sip of each without cleansing palate. So going into a third sip of the American Pepsi. Now going into another sip of, now going straight into another sip of Canadian Pepsi without cleansing palate after I took another sip of the American Pepsi, just to see if there's any difference between the two. Yep. So yeah, they do taste the same for sure, which I expected to be, because yesterday, um, I could not do I could not it was not it didn't go that well yesterday, like I said earlier in the video, because when I compared American Pepsi to Canadian Pepsi, yeah, because that would be cheating, though that just wouldn't be a fair comparison. Excuse me, everybody. But yeah, so so that's so yeah, yeah. I was hoping them to taste the same to me, and they did. So yeah, so yep. The check the ingredients. Yep. So same ingredients, except the milligrams is 50. The American has 15 more milligrams of sodium. Yeah, the American Pepsi has 50 more milligrams of sodium that the Canadian Pepsi does, and Canadian Pepsi has 41 grams. Has a 1 more gram of carbohydrates than the American Pepsi does. So yeah, I decided to show you guys the ingredients show you guys the ingredients between American Pepsi and Canadian Pepsi to see if they're the same. But I don't know, I may have to edit that part, because I'm gonna have to delete the video that I first did the comparison between between American Pepsi and Canadian Pepsi. So yeah, yeah, I'm glad I don't have a preference. Never mind. Like, yeah, so I I just can't really tell the difference, because the ingredients are the same. Yep. So just want to make sure. Yep. This one has sugar, not just one sugar ingredient, which is a high fructose corn syrup. And this one is saying fructose, instead of using, which is another way of saying high fructose corn syrup and or sugar. Like, this one says and or sugar, while the American glucose, fructose, and or sugar on the Canadian Pepsi can, well, Canadian Pepsi, not just the can itself of Canadian Pepsi. Well, the American version says high fructose corn syrup, caramel color, sugar. But before, the American Pepsi ingredients used to say high fructose corn syrup and or sugar. But then they changed it for many years. Many years or just years. Somewhere in that range. But yeah. So yep. I decided to re-show you guys the ingredients of the two between American Pepsi and Canadian Pepsi, since I'm gonna delete the old video I did yesterday, when I was in Canada visiting my family. So yeah. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you like American Pepsi or better than Canadian Pepsi, or if you like Canadian Pepsi over American Pepsi, or if you like them both the same like I do. And I will know in the comments below. Yep, so make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're new to my channel, and also turn on that post notification bell icon if you haven't done that yet. Go ahead and do so if you're new to my channel. And yep, so And I'll also, yeah, and I'll also like do when I get back to Canada, you guys, I'll also do a compare, not that I'll, not that not just not only that I'll do a that I might do a comparison that I might or I will do a comparison between Canadian Pepsi versus a three-way comparison, three-way Pepsi comparison, three-way comparison between American Pepsi and Canadian Pepsi, American Pepsi, Canadian Pepsi, and Mexican Pepsi, or just Canadian Pepsi, or separately. I'll also do a comparison between American Sprite and Canadian Sprite once I go back in June, and then by then I'll introduce you YouTubers to my cousins then. But yeah, yep. So thank you guys for watching. And I hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you guys for more review or any other videos that I make for YouTube. So as for now, peace.